Today we look at a trendy new outdoor pastime which is catching on a worldwide scale. The lines of longitude run horizontally around the Earth. Lines of latitude run vertically. With each of these lines spaced 1 degree apart, there are about 50,000 intersection points. It has now become trendy among young travelers to try and visit and photograph as many of these 50,000 locations as possible. Satellite global positioning technology, similar to that used nowadays with car navigation systems, is used to identify the exact intersection points. These young mountain climbers are scaling the slopes, GPS equipment at hand. They are what are known as confluence hunters, adventurers who are looking for the intersections where the lines of latitude and longitude meet. On this day, they were heading for the meeting point of 35 degrees north latitude and 139 degrees east longitude. This man says he becomes excited when he is finally approaching the exact intersection point, and this man says it's fun because it's meaningless. Mr. Alex Jarrett from the United States first launched the Degree Confluence Project 8 years ago. He went on a trip carrying a GPS unit and happened to come upon one of the intersections. He set up an internet homepage and called on other people to help him track down all of the world's confluence points. There was a huge reaction to the challenge from around the world. More and more people began sending in their confluence photos. About 30,000 photos have been sent in from 150 countries. About 5,000 confluence hunters are now taking part in the global game. Almost all of the intersections in North America and Western Europe have been identified. One photo from the Arctic region was taken by a man who hunted for a confluence using a snowmobile. Another photo was taken in the Himalayas, 4,200 meters above sea level. The confluence hunters on their four-wheel drive vehicles were greeted by children from the local farming community. In July last year, a U.S. soldier who was transporting medical supplies by helicopter stopped by at a confluence in Iraq.
They are watching a TV.
The highest scoring confluence hunter in Japan is Mr. Fabrice Blochteur, an English conversation teacher who lives in Maizuru, Kyoto. Mr. Blochteur began searching for confluences 2 years ago. He has found 10 intersections to date, including locations in the Goto Islands in Kyushu and the Japanese Northern Alps. On this day, Mr. Blochteur was searching for his 11th confluence. The next goal, 34 degrees north latitude and 133 degrees east longitude, is located somewhere in the mountains of Ehime Prefecture. Mr. Blochteur is near his goal now, but this 11th confluence was not going to come easily. A giant boulder blocked his path.
Well, looking at that hill, it doesn't look we can make it from here. It's very steep.
The cliff is 30 meters high and the confluence is on the other side. Mr. Blochteur decided to make a detour. "30 minutes later, yet another obstacle blocked his way. The path was dark and overgrown. An arduous walk brought him to the other side, where a steep climb then awaited. The only way was up. 1 hour later,
Made it.
it was a hard-earned 11th confluence.
It's not recorded on guidebooks. It's in the middle of nowhere. I think it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Like every place I go, it's always different.
Confluence hunters use the latest IT technology. In the near future, a world confluence map may be complete. Approximately 16,000 of the intersection points are located on land. About 20% of these are already known to have been identified and visited. The quest to complete a confluence map is an adventure for some and is possible only because of the now widely accessible satellite technology. Confluence photographs are posted on internet sites together with short travel logs that record the details of the visits.